Welcome back once again, friends. I appreciate you all coming back to share yet another story from Reddit, whilst I, your favorite commander, trucks along in this endless void. Today we follow the story of a man's D-Day, the story of a man whose wife engaged in online and physical affairs, sharing his journey of discovering the truth and the aftermath that follows, and also with time, how he is able to bring himself back to his feet. So please join me in a raw and honest account of one man's personal experience of D-Day. And today our story comes from /AtariMan5000. Not exactly a happy story, but I really do appreciate the message that he conveys here, so I thought this would be worth a read. So come on in and join me. Titled My D-Day Story. So everyone is sharing their story on here of their D-Day, so I will share mine. Buckle up, as this will be a long story. Needless to say, it's complicated. My D-Day was December 8th. I learned the night before that my wife, 43F, had not only been having online affairs since the beginning of November, she had a physical affair with another man. Needless to say, I was crushed. I had a morning meeting. I worked from home with my team, but I wasn't able to talk because my mouth was so dry. My wife was out of town at her mom's house, due to her mom had just had cancer surgery the week before. After my meeting, I hopped in my car and drove the 2.5 hours to see her and talk with her. I started the conversation with, "How is our marriage?" She then unloaded on me and blamed me for everything wrong in her life and anything bad I may have said/done for the last 24 years. I was speechless. I didn't know what to say. I point blank asked her, "Are you pursuing other men online?" She told me,
"No."
I then showed her where she left a review for an Airbnb. She had mentioned how the
beds were comfortable and the kitchen was well stocked.
She then laughed and told me that her friend, who is getting a divorce from her husband due to I think that's supposed to be cheating on him, wanted to see what an Airbnb was like. I was crushed once again because she was not willing to be truthful with me. After I brought her back home, a few days later, she booked another Airbnb in town. She told our 3 children, 17, now 18, 15 and 13, 2 pink and 1 blue, that
Mommy and Daddy need some time apart before one of us ends up with a rolling pin in their head.
That is my head, by the way. She had wanted to catch an Uber ride to the house, but couldn't, so I gave her a ride there. She didn't want me to know the location. Nothing suspicious here. Keep scrolling. Damn, what a trifling ass bitch. Props to you, OP, man. Keeping it together like that. Big props. Apologies for the outbursts. Let's continue. On Wednesday, she asked me to meet with her so she could talk with me. I agreed and we talked. She told me she wanted a separation and gave me this letter outlining her rules for the separation. They were completely one-sided, e.g., we are not going to tell our parents. She doesn't want her mom to know because of her having stage 2 ovarian cancer. Wow, what a convenient cop-out. I am in agreement with her about that. I think the news would kill her mom or her mom would kill her for what she has done to our family. The spaceman here is thinking the latter. Her dad cheated on her mom. The next day, I was able to put some thoughts together regarding our conversation from the night before. I wrote my thoughts down and sent her a text asking to meet so I could read it to her. She told me she couldn't as her mom had her first follow-up visit with the doctor and that she was going to be talking with her on the phone. I thought, all day? Since I was heading to get my kids from school, I thought I would swing by and drop a letter off at the door and then send her a text requesting her to read it. Then we could talk it over at a more convenient time. When I showed up, there was a truck parked out back. The house was on a corner lot. I took a picture of the truck from the street and left. Oh yeah, all day alright. All day doing something else. Fast forward to the 28th of December, my daughter's 18th birthday, and I find her at this guy's place of business. He had a small business and she's there sleeping with him. My, now 18-year-old, daughter and her boyfriend, soon-to-be husband, were in the car, but we didn't go inside. The guy's truck was the same one that was parked out back of the Airbnb. This is AP number 2 if you're keeping count. Once again, I am crushed. Story of my life now. I sent her a text and informed her that I would no longer be keeping her little secret. Damn, thank you, OP. You have no obligation to keep your wife's affair a freaking secret. So, something you don't know about me is that I am a computer programmer and skilled in cybersecurity. I used my skills to find the true identity of each of these men, so-called. I also used that information to find the names of their wives. I contacted both wives the same day. I'm very glad that I did this, as they had a right to know what kind of dirty men they had. Yes! 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 Hear, hear, good sir. Now, my wife had to go back on the prowl to find new men, as I just burnt the bridge to the previous 2 APs. The wife of the second AP informed me that he and my wife, so-called, meet on insert sketchy website name here. So, I go and look on the website and can't seem to find her. The next day, my wife, so-called, is in our room and on her phone. I see over her shoulder that she is looking at some profile and the picture of the person is blurred out. I quickly go back to insert sketchy website name here and find that she has a profile. Again. She is still on the same website today and meeting with lots of men. She doesn't know that I know, but needless to say, I do. As of last week, we both agreed to a divorce. Truth be told, it is not what I want, but I don't think I could ever trust her again. Never in our 24 years have I questioned her commitment to our marriage until her friend came to town. That is when my spidey sense started going off that something is not right. Turns out once again, my spidey sense is on point. So to put a bow on this long story, I have been crying my eyes out from the day before DDay. That is up until yesterday. I have been having panic attacks in front of my children. Yesterday, I seem to have turned some sort of page. Today is day 2 of me not crying for her. She is not crying for me, so why should I? She doesn't even have the decency to apologize for what she has done to not just me, but our family. She is even still lying about where she is going and when she is meeting up with all of these different men. She doesn't know yet, but both our daughters know everything. I didn't even have to tell them. She's just that bad at keeping a secret. My youngest daughter is having some anger issues, but we have agreed to go break some things this weekend to try and process things in a healthy way. Good thinking, OP. Nothing wrong with smashing some shit for some therapy. I could share much more of this story, but I am trying to wrap this thing up. If you are going through what I am, know this. You are not alone. You will get through this. Take one day at a time. Find friends who you can talk to and cry on their shoulders. Go someplace in your car and scream. Do what you need in order to process the pain. Just remember that you are strong. You will make it through this. You are a better person and you did not deserve this to happen to you. You did not create this situation, but you also can't fix it. Your WS will have to come to grips with that. I am tired of crying for someone who is not crying for me. I refuse to let her destroy me. She has broken me in ways that she will never understand. I refuse to remain broken. I will heal. I will be stronger. I will make it through this. If you don't feel this way and you don't have anyone to talk to, DM me. DM the OP, not the spaceman. Nobody should have to go through this alone. I hope your days get better. Just know that I am sending hugs your way. Keep your chin up, Mr. Atari Man 5000. Happy to see that you're on the mend. Also, if I may, hug your kids tight. Remind them every day that this current situation that you all are in has absolutely zero, zilch, not a damn thing to do with them. And with that, my earthly friends, it's time for the spaceman to get moving. Please leave a like, and if you haven't, subscribe. If any of you out there had this similar situation, I'd love to read in the comments about how you turned it around. I'm sure others would find it helpful as well. Alright friends, CB signing off. 07 salute.